doing some.
That's hot. Hello and welcome. Hello! To the thousands in attendance and the millions watching at home. Hey, we are Daemon Gray. Thanks everyone for tuning in today. This next one is called Whiskey Devil Girl. I know you're at home, but just as an FYI, I actually tapped in. I can see you.
Swings her black hair to the devil's rock and roll. She gets a demon glare, screams into my soul. Sweet taste of sin, show me a little skin. She bites her bottom lip, begging for a whiskey sip. The whiskey shot make her blood
saying, before you all start that shit, listen. I know I can't see you in person, but I have hacked into your computers and your phones, and I am actually watching you. We've got we're not going to show you, but I actually can see you through this multi-platinum computer screen behind you. I'm looking at everybody, so y'all better be headbanging. Or fucking. If you're fucking, that works too. I need a sip of water here, fam. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Shire. Greg. He's camera shy. Just kidding. Mr. Ryan Miller on the bass. All right, I'm gonna save the best for last. I'm not gonna introduce this man quite so soon. On the drums, Mr. Joey Mua! What I wanna know is, are there any of my ex-girlfriends or Greg's ex-girlfriends watching this right now? I doubt it. All my ex-girlfriends blocked me. Let's fucking face it. Like, fuck that guy. All right, should we play a song? This one's about sex, and you can sing along at home. It's called XXX. Set it off. Yeah. Muha, killing the game. Holy shit, I guess I want to give a big thanks to everyone for tuning in. This is the first live stream we've ever done. I want to give a thanks to Harley for putting this on, C-Rock Live, the venue. For those that don't know, we're actually the first band playing at this stage. That's why we were a couple minutes late, so we're setting it all up. But we literally just made this stage with our bare hands. I did nothing at all. I pretty much sat there and listened to 90s dance music. But here we are. This next one you might know, I got a video out. It's called I Don't Want to Grow Up. And let's fucking go, Muha. Set it up. This is the first Daemon concert I kept my shirt on.
Old, I shall forever remain. Eternal blood running through my veins. Well, let me tell you something, punk. I still don't give a fuck. You're looking down, I got something to say. In my soul, nothing's fucking changed. Well, I don't like none of you. I don't want to grow. You're acting like I am. What fuck? You're giving me that look. I don't care. You're talking all this shit. Shut up. Wow. Years pass, your logic starts to fade. Afraid to fly like a bird in a cage. Well, let me teach you something. Forever living. Eternal blood course through my veins. Well, I don't like none of you. Suck in the daily dick. When I want to walk, you're acting like I am. What fuck? You're giving me that look. I don't care. You're talking all that shit. Shut up. I don't want to grow up. You're acting like I am. What fuck? You're giving me that look. I don't care. You're talking all that shit. Shut up. Old, I shall forever remain. Eternal blood course through my veins. But let me tell you something, punk. What don't give a fuck? I don't want to grow up. You're acting like I can. What fuck? You're giving me that look. I don't care. You're talking all this shit. Shut up.
Applause, applause. Where are they? I can hear them. Woo! Well, we've got only one more fucking holy moly. I want to give a shout out to my mom. Mom, I know you're watching. I don't know if she is.
Can you shout out my mom too?
We want to give a shout out to Joey's mom.
My mom, man.
Shire, yeah, your mom too, for sure. Brian's mom from the farm. Is she on the farm? She's been, you know what? Your mom takes the fucking cake. She's a hardworking lady. People are gonna start hating me for being an anti-farm mom. Like, fuck that Daemon Gray guy, man. I heard he doesn't support farm moms.
There's going to be so much discrimination in rural areas.
Nancy, this is getting weird. No, I'm just kidding. All right, last thing here. Hey, we got the album coming out January 22nd. It feels weird doing a Daemon Gray show with all my clothes on. All right, I'm gonna stop talking. This is the last song of the night. You might know this one because, hey, what's that, Char?
Doesn't sound good. We're gonna do it anyway with a blown clean channel.
All right, man. This one is for everyone that knows the song and everyone that doesn't. This one is called Stoned and Alone.
Hey, it's back.
Here we go, Mihas. Set it off, baby. I must admit that I've been down. I must admit that I've been down like this before. Seeking Fucking, that's a wrap, baby. That's a quick motherfucking set. I have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking all about you.
How are you tonight?
Absolutely fantastic. How's everybody doing home tonight?
Yay, we're happy.
I can hear all of you in the spirit of Daemon Gray. Welcome to the Soundhouse Sessions. My name is Peter Linnaeus, and this is an exclusive opportunity to get to meet and chat with Daemon Gray.
And the rest of the boys.
One and the same.
Abso-smurfly.
Wow, they made 40.
We're actually clones. I don't know if you guys have... We're all lizard...
That's why the other three guys are masked up so no one can tell, right?
Well, they're lizard people. I actually cloned them into perfect musicians.
It's a secret.
Now, if we're going to talk about lizard people, I'm already having some nostalgic flashbacks from the 80s series called V, if that's really where we're going to go, because we share a bit of a common thread here, and I can't say that I'd be more excited to interview a group like Daemon Gray just for where their roots stand when it comes to influences in music. Now, of course, we should do proper intros, as we did during the band. So, gentlemen, we've got Daemon Gray, we've got Jeff, we've got Ryan, and we've got Greg.
No Jeff.
No Jeff. 3 out of 4. I really did my best to memorize.
Just met them all right now. We got Ryan, we got Joey, and Greg.
Greg. So close yet so far away. Now, one of the things I enjoy most about your band and just the history is seeing that it started in 2017 as a solo act and then transformed into something obviously bigger and even more so in 2020. What led you to it? Tell us all about it.
I mean, in terms of, getting the music together, the idea was just... I got lucky with working with a really great producer named Gavin Brown, and I was like, you know what? I don't know the musicians for this band right now. I'm just going to try to make really great music, and hopefully they will come. And I mean, over time, over the years, through a few different lineups, like eventually we just landed with, a fantastic group of guys, and the music brought us together, and now we're bringing it to life.
In an interview, you were quoted as saying, headbanging since the womb. And that led up to the rock and roll spirit that possessed you. It became more potent as your metal fever grew.
Damn.
Now,
That's a good interview. Whoever made that up is fucking good.
I think that, creative writing is someone's strong suit, and I'm glad I can read. So it definitely worked in our favor. Now, I'm really curious to hear how your journey has changed from then till now, from you being told by your older brother to sit and listen to Slayer until you really learned to love it,
Yep.
and it brought you here today.
Holy shit. Well, it's always been the passion, and it's always been on the back of my mind. Whatever I was doing, this job, that job is always like, okay, on the back of my mind, it's the music, the music, the music, the music, the music, the music. And then finally, eventually came together. Props to my brother. Props to my sister's older boyfriends, actually. They were the original ones who got me into metal. And then, just now it's all about bringing it to life.
Now, defining your genre as being devil sex rock and the king of sin, that is a very bold statement.
Talking shit mainly, but yeah.
I want to keep my illusions here. Tell me how we got there, man. It's a great story.
Okay, so the King of Sin story was basically I was writing this one with Gavin Brown, and we started trying to make like a ballad, and it was like a slow kind of ballad, and it was pretty good, And then Gavin was like, speed it up, and I was like, yeah, speed it up, and then I was like, make it heavier. Can we make it heavier? Speed it up, make it heavier, and then that went on for a few days, and then we're like, fuck it, let's just make a heavy song. So I ended up having to recreate the whole lyrics and the whole melody, and it was pissing me off, and I couldn't sleep, and I was drinking the night before, and I woke up in the middle of the night, like, still drunk, and I was like, the King of Sin! And I started screaming into my phone, and literally, like, naked in my bed, just, like, screaming in my phone, and then I sent it to Gav at, like, 4 a.m. I was like, this is it, and then, that's how I came up with it.
That is fantastic. In fact, I'm imagining you must have the greatest greetings on your voicemail, just for that alone.
The issue with cool stuff is that Rob Zombie has thought of fucking everything, so...
You're not Rob Zombie, man.
Well, like, every, like, devil king, like, all the shit was like, he's said it all, so I was like, okay, I gotta think of something else, so I squeaked one out.
And the shock rockery of it is, like, really a beautiful thing, right? And I think you can achieve that, I mean, I think it can be...
Fuck yeah.
I think it can be
the new.
Now, as something totally original, Daemon Gray, 2 syllables, great flow, history behind it, it's got a deeper meaning. How do you connect to that name?
Oh, yeah. In terms of the name, to be honest, I wanted a name without any p, t, k, s, any of those ones, because it's just a pain to say. And Daemon, I actually picked that name before I even really got into, like, as you know, like Aleister Crowley and Thelema and all that sort of stuff. And I actually came up with a name, and it turned out I got that tattoo, and it just all aligned when I was researching it later, that Daemon, how I spelt it, is another spelling for the daemon in the Greek, well, the philosophy of Thelema, where the daemon's like the spirit that comes down to tell you your true purpose as part of the great work as defined by Aleister Crowley. So it's just like a weird change of events, but it was meant to be.
Now, I'm telling you, given the fact that I'm half Greek, you're really playing to the crowd right now. Well done.
I know you know Aleister Crowley, too.
Well, to be fair to the viewers at home, when I first read it, I did not know about Aleister Crowley, and I kept thinking about a reference to the series Supernatural.
Hi.
And then when I did my fact check and realized, oh, I just learned something. So for that, I am grateful.
Yeah.
With that kind of a background, I'm looking at things like statement, horror is an aphrodisiac. Now, you've got one song that's an ode to horror films.
Yeah.
Tell me all about that.
Oh yeah, we got a song in the next record called "I Like the Taste of Blood," and it's basically a metaphor. I've tried to make like a horror anthem type thing, and it's not really like I like the taste of blood, even though blood does taste pretty good. It's more of like an abstract concept about horror fans uniting. Joey's fucking laughing at me. You just can't see it.
Well, there's so much truth behind that, though.
Yeah. So I think anything that's primal, like our primal urges, is definitely connected to our like sexual bodies, and like horror and things that scare you are aphrodisiacs, and that's what that song's about. It's about celebrating that rather than denying it. And yeah, I mean, horror is hot. Let's face it.
Well, I'll be the first one to admit we had that little preface off camera beforehand, and I myself am a massive fan of the horror genre, and being able to see and recognize just from watching the King of Sin video, there was a sequence that immediately reminded me of a film, and I had to fact check as soon as I walked in, going, just by chance, like the influence of Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, I was waiting for Freddy to just walk into that scene. It was so well shot and just appropriate and felt good. That kind of homage is so specific and unique. Now, you've got so many influences that have led up to now. Go over with the people at home, because it's a very unique story.
Well, I mean, in terms of the live show, I think we all bring in some unique influences. Like, everyone in this band has more stage experience pretty much than I do. Like, these guys have toured the world, Joey and Ryan, with like some really top-notch bands, and I'm very lucky to have them. And Greg also had his own solo project, and he does that. So there's that aspect of it. And then in terms of creating music, the interesting thing with creating music is, I never really got respect when I was younger because I don't understand music and I don't write music, right? And I always had all these ideas and all these concepts. And then when I eventually came up with the idea that I'd just write songs myself with my mouth, and I started writing them with GarageBand, just like, and like telling my friends about them, and people would be like, shut up, whatever. And then when I finally met Gavin Brown, he looked at me and he was like, yes, approved. We will do this. And it was the first person that really took me seriously in music and was like, you got good ideas, bro. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. So that's kind of how it came to be. And from there, I just developed my own system of writing music where I use my mouth for all the instruments and, somehow make it through with great producers and make it happen.
Now, you've referred a few times, in case people at home don't know, Gavin Brown is the official producer, and your story where everything changed. I remember you were quoted as saying it's really hard to try to make music when you're on your own, but as soon as someone believes in you, it's just night and day.
Yeah, like I was trying to do it my own, and I was trying to pay for it and work with a bunch of guys, like smaller studios and just things I could afford, and it just wasn't really working because I couldn't get the vision out there. So I was like, well, I'm just going to swing for the fences, and I messaged the biggest studios in Toronto. I was like, well, I can't afford it, but let's just give it a fucking shot. And Gavin basically, helped finance and fund it, and it's what eventually brought it to life. It needed like a professional studio, and it needed like the right match of people,
Now, being able to connect with someone like Mr. Brown, and then for the other gentleman here, how has things changed for you from having the experience of world tour and now you're centralized in Toronto, making new music, working with Daemon Gray? How has it evolved?
Well, I mean, for me, I feel like, I don't know, kind of going back to your previous question with what influences. So during the show, Damon was saying that we were just like jamming out to old school, like, you know, techno, pop music, whatever. And I feel like that's kind of the separating factor where, yes, this is a metal band, but we aren't limited to just that in our influences. And I think that's more important than anything. 80s dance party, I mean, you know, name the era, we got it.
May hold you to that for a second follow-up interview one day, you never know. And gentlemen, your experiences moving so forward?
Man, like, the influential dynamic, I think, is, like, super crucial, right? I mean, like, I listen to outlaw country all day. Like, I listen to metal on Wednesday, you know? Like, and I don't know. Like, I listen to so much stuff, and I'm at a point in my life where music's for me. You know, I'm done with, man, for fuck's sakes in general, I'm done with doing anything for anybody else other than myself. You know what I mean? It's nice to do something different, you know? And I get that with working with Daemon and these guys. And I really do enjoy it, and I appreciate the opportunity. It's fun. It's a good time. I feel good. You know? And you look I fucking know. That's why I didn't say it. Checking off boxes here, man. Oh,
Don't let the mask fool you. There's some beauty going on back there. All four of them.
Yeah, speaking a little bit to what Damon was saying about somebody believing in you. I grew up in Kingston, so just outside of Toronto, put a ton of time in the woodshed. Got to the point where I was sort of sick of working with other musicians as well and put my debut album out 10 years ago, 2 days ago. And you know, tried to get that off the ground, but all this time was sort of built grinding through the levels of musicianship, but didn't have the opportunity. And then we actually have a mutual friend. When Damon was putting this band together, he said, "Hey man, why don't you have Greg up and audition him?" So I came up and things aligned, and you know, Gavin came in at one point to one of the rehearsals and just was like, "Yep, that's the dude." And it's just been flowing since then. So
amazing.
It's been absolutely excellent. I've met, you know, great people through Gavin and through Damon. And yeah, things kind of kicked into high gear late, I think, for both of us, but it's working out excellent.
Sweet. Now, I read about a quote saying about you're looking to definitely broaden the inclusivity level, where talking about feminine energy and heavy metal and how that's got a much stronger role to play, where you want to make sure there's that comfortability. Can you explain like the difference between, I guess, what people presume or assume versus what you're doing?
I would answer that question by saying it's really awkward when I play a show and it's just dudes, because I usually take off some clothes and I usually bring out a whip and get a little frisky. And I don't know. I mean, what's the point of having a party if there's not a balanced crew? Like, there's got to be guys and gals. Like, that's what makes the fucking party. So I'm not trying to make music that's so scary that only, you know, long-haired dudes that don't shower and like come to the shows. Like, I want it to be fucking great. I want a lot of people to come. It should be attractive to guys, should be attractive to girls. There's sexual songs. Hey, it takes two to tango, you know? So, yeah, that's about it. No. It's like a Zombie or a Manson vibe. You got male fans, you got female fans. I'm not just, it's got to have balance, right? Well, and yeah.
The idea that music is transcendent. So you have that appeal across any spectrum and make it ready there for everybody.
I mean, if you want to get hippie, I mean, at the end of the day, I think we're trying to make soul music. We're trying to make authentic music from our hearts, and that's going to affect a human being, period, male or female, depending on their emotion, depending on whatever they're feeling that day. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, your social media, officially, if you want to check on Instagram, is at Daemon Gray.
Yes.
And looking through it, I got to see a lot of your content. Now, of course, there's the band pics, which are fantastic, and the musical references.
Yeah.
So within the most recent, I was a little really interested to see such a transparent balance. Now, it showcased you specifically, where you were talking about finishing up a 140-hour fast, and then there was also most recently the ice dip.
Yeah.
So if I remember correctly, because that particular tat is really fresh, and all you had on was a glove as you went into the water, and I was kind of gobsmacked, to be honest. I was watching going, Whoa. I just finished watching your music video, and now you're talking about the relative importance of reintroducing things into your digestive tract. And I mean, granted, I worked in a naturopath store before, so I appreciated everything I heard.
Yeah.
And then to go into a hydrotherapy reset is like, wait, who is this guy? Who is this band?
Wish I knew, man. I would just say, I think metal musicians, like, in general, like, probably speaking on behalf of the guys on this one, like, we all are somewhat extreme. We all like different extreme things. Like, we like to push it. And I just kind of got on a path where I didn't want to do things. I need something that's extreme, but unfortunately, most extreme things in heavy music will kill you slowly. Like too much drugs and too much drinking and too much late nights and too blah, blah, blah. But I still need extreme things. And that's why I got into like extreme cold and extreme fasting and all these sorts of things. They're extreme and they're intense, but they're actually fucking blessed for your body too, right? So it's just like, it fulfills my crazy and allows me to respect, my body and stuff. So that's kind of how I think I like it. And it brings, really cool people, like people that jump in the water and do these sorts of things. They're strong, and I can really relate to them. And I think that's kind of why I do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, speaking about extreme, the I Don't Want to Grow Up song as well as the music video, I'd love to hear everyone's 2 cents on influences, experience, like the message that was portrayed, because there was a lot going on there. And for anyone who hasn't seen the video, there's one thing that, if I did believe I read you correctly, you really enjoyed smashing.
That was Rich Meisner's idea. Rich Meisner's idea. I always give him a shout out. Rich is the movie director. I hope he's watching. He came up with the Jesus Save sign. He like built it and then we smashed it. It was kind of funny because like the Jesus Save sign was up and like all these like people were walking by, like religious people. They were like, "Oh, praise." And we were like, "Yes, praise." And then like a little while later, we just like smashed it to fucking pieces. That felt pretty metal. I guess I gotta quickly say that the story to I Don't Want to Grow Up was I was at a party and I was high on mushrooms and I left the party. I think it was New Year's, and I was on my way home and I was kind of feeling amazing, but I was out of my mind, and I heard this like type thing, and I was like, what's going on? What is that coming from? I was like walking down Bathurst Street, and then I followed the noise, and I went into this like high school school, and there was this like literally 14, 15-year-old kids and girls too, playing like the most, I still to this day don't know who they were or what the band was, but it was like this punk death metal fusion. And it was the most savage thing I'd ever seen. They were like mosh pit fighting, but like laughing and smiling, and like literally like the vocalist was like punching people as they came up, and everyone was laughing, having a good time. I was like, this is amazing. And I felt so cool about it. I was like, wow, these are my people. This is like, I felt so home. And I was like, oh, it brings you back to like you're 15, 16. Like that's, I think, where a lot of us really fell in love with heavy music. And we just feel like we're that forever, you know what I mean? True music and metal fans, they're that forever. And then when I left, I remember just like seeing people bickering and on their phone and like this and that, and I was like mad, I got really mad about it. I was like, oh, what is this? Like, what is this growing up? Like, they've lost their spirit. And that's why that song has some rage to it. And that's what the video was trying to basically convey.
Nice. Oh, gentlemen, from conception until final realization where you got to see edit cuts, how do you feel about the video after it was done, where you look and go, wow, we did that?
Well, I mean, just to backtrack for a second, like, that story is amazing. One, because, okay, so, metal music is really angry, right? Yet you have these 15, 16-year-old kids that have, like, opposite sides of the spectrum of they're so happy they're laughing, but they're throwing down and moshing it. Like, that's beautiful. That's the way it should be.
Yes. Yeah.
And kind of representative of that song. First time I heard that song, it's just heavy, like beat down song. It's not overly technical or anything, but songs don't have to be, and it's almost better when they're not. Less is more, and that song has that. I love that song.
Nice.
Second favorite one to play.
Oof.
We'll get to my favorite later.
Done.
I guess I'll just speak to the aesthetic of the video, because that's the thing that really knocked me on my ass when I saw it come out. Shout out to Rich. I think it was a huge step up in terms of, I feel like the videos have just been getting better and better. And the way he cut it, the way they did the color, the way they did the lighting in the alleyway, it was just, excellent.
Now, I might be dating myself in the process, but now thinking about it, had a little bit of a Warriors feel.
Okay.
It was pretty. It was good. It was good.
Time's not real. I don't know the reference,
All good. We will talk.
but I
about
respect you
Why, thank
for
you.
doing the reference.
Well, we're going to wrap this up session. We just want to say thank you so much to the band, Daemon Gray, for everything you contributed today and, of course, sharing your story and everything you see moving forward. This is crocklive.com. Be sure to keep up to date on everything moving forward between our website as well as damongray.net. Album drops on January 22nd. Be sure to check it out. Support, support, support. My name is Peter Linnaeus. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.